Hello everyone, it's that time again. Time for your daily dose of fun, tantalizing Mahjong. Today's dose is how to find that line. I know you've all been waiting up all night waiting, so let the merriment begin, of how to find joy in learning this game. Okay, I already have all my tiles racked and ready. And as I mentioned yesterday, I like to see if I have more even or odd. And I like to see if I have multiples of one number. So let's look. Okay, looking on my rack, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 odds and 1, 2, 3, 4 evens, and then some wins. Okay, looking at my evens, I have 2 6s and 1 suit, so that's good. Looking at my odds, I don't really have 2 and 1 suit, so I think I will probably go with my evens. So in deciding that, remember I told you to think about odds or evens. So in deciding that, since I'm going my evens, I'm going to get rid of this 1, this 7. I'm going to leave my dragons for right now. The dragons go with the cracks. The red dragons go with the cracks. So I'm going to leave those right now. I'm just keeping my evens. I'm going to get rid of my 7, and I'm going to get rid of my 5. And I'm going to get rid of my wins. I don't need those, I don't think. So I'm going to slide them over as my discard. All right, so now, what line or title should we use? Since I'm going with evens, we can look at the title 2, 4, 6, 8, or we can choose any like numbers. And why would I choose any like numbers? Because I have 4 6s. So I might find something under any like numbers. Okay, I'm going to go through my stacks first and then discuss my discard options, and then we'll look at the title for sure on which line. But I've already looked at, it's hard to see with me doing my camera like this. Here's any like numbers. I've looked at all these lines and I've about decided on this one right here, which is flower, flower, then all like numbers, and then it's using 3 dragons. I like this line because it's got 3 different suits, and I've got 3 different suits on my rack. I've got cracks, dots, and bams. And remember, these colors don't mean anything except that it's going to be a change of a suit between the colors. But it does say the 3 dragons have to match the 3 numbers up here. I don't have any 1s, but I have 6s, so I'm going to change these numbers to 6 because it said you can use numbers 1 through 9. If you look up here in the parentheses, the small print, it says you can use like numbers, any numbers 1 through 9, so I'm going to go with 6. So let's look at the stacks right now and discard from there. All right, I'll try to go quickly. I've got a 9, which is odd, I don't need. I got a joker, I love jokers, and I've got a 9. I'm putting the 9 on my discard. I'm going to slide those down. I'm putting my joker over here. Oh, I was supposed to discard first. Let me back up. I'm discarding my 3. Then I drew my stack. Now I've got to discard now. And this is my discard pile over here. So I'm just going to take 3 of them and put them anywhere on the mat and go to the next one. I've got a 3, a 1, and a 2. There again, I'm just keeping the evens, but I got to have all 6s because I've already pretty much picked out my line using a 6, so I can get rid of all 3 of these as discard. So I'm just picking 3 real quickly, putting those up, get my next stack. It's got a 5, a north wind, and a 7 dot. I need a 6, and I need even, so I'm getting rid of those. So I'm going to discard 3. It doesn't matter which one. Get my next stack. 9, 5, and 1. All these are odd. I don't need them. Put them up in my discard and discard 3. Get my next stack. I'm trying to go fast so this video won't be long. I got a 3, a soap, which is a dragon, the white dragon, and a 6. Now, I got a 6. So I'm going to put it over here to save it. I'm going to put these in the discard because that's an oven and that odd, and this is a odd this is a white dragon. I'm getting my words mixed up. This is an odd and this is a white dragon, which goes with the dots. But we don't need the dragon right now. So we're going to discard these. I think all of these, well, yeah, we don't need a 1. We don't need a 1. All we're needing is 6s. All right, I need to discard 3. And I'm going to get my stack, and I got one more stack. I've got a 1, got a 9, and got a 4. See how fast I can go through these? 4 is even, but I need a 6. None of these are 6s. They go in my discard. All right, I've got one more stack, so I discard 3, and I get my last stack. Uh-oh, this one fell. I got a wind, a west wind, a 5, and a 3. They're not 6s, so I don't need them. Put them in my discard pile, and I stop. I don't have any more stacks. Now I'm going to count to see if I've got 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Great, I got 13. So these are going to be my discard. I'm going to push those to the side. This is the joker I'm saving. I'm going to look at my line. I said I was going to go with a line that had any like numbers, and I was going to go to this last line. I need 2 flowers, so I've got to get 2 flowers. So I'm going to save room right over here between my joker and where the other tiles are to save it to put my flowers. So I'm going to slide these down. It says I need 3 of a number. I'm going to use 6. I've already told you I'm going to use 6. So I'm going to start with the 2 cracks. So I'll get my 2 flowers. I need 3 cracks, so I'll be looking for a 6th crack. Then it said another suit, so I'll get a 6 dot or a 6 bam. It doesn't matter. I'll get the 6 dot. I'll put it right here. So I need 2 more 6 dots, and then I need to do another suit. So I happen to have bams. I'm going to put my bams next, 6s, and I need 1 more 6 for the bam. And then the dragons have got to match my first suit. My first suit is cracks, and the red dragons go with the cracks. So here's my 6s, and here's my red dragons to match. So see my 3 6s go right here, and the 3 dragons at the end. And don't forget, I got to get the 2 flowers. Also remember, you cannot add a joker to a double, to make a double. I can't get a flower and then add a joker. I cannot do that. I've got to get 2 flowers. If it was 3 flowers, I could add a joker. But with 2 flowers, I've got to have 2 flowers only, no joker. This is a concealed hand, which means that you do not expose it up on this upper part till the very end when you Mahjong. Now, when you're supposed to usually call, you can call a tile, but in this game with it being concealed, it says on here, you may only call for the final tile. So once you start playing and you want to call, you cannot call anything because that's only for the final tile. So I think that's it. May your heart be merry and your Mahjong be messy. I just made that up. Anyway, merry, messy Mahjong, and maybe I'll send you one tomorrow. Bye.